It's finals day for BTCC SBR sim racing, and it's, well, a maybe five-way battle for the championship as we head into the final rounds at Brands Hatch. Sean leads from Lewis, but with 50 points on offer per win and 3 rounds, really the top 6 still have a chance of the championship, especially with Nathan being in 6th place, and he's looking lively, especially in practice. There's the bottom half of the table, and that could change radically as well with any good performances, although Leon is far from conscious, so I don't expect him to turn up, and if he does, it won't be good. Not really. The only thing I will say is Will's been replaced by Chris, and there's the team's championship, which Subaru lead from Toyota. Really, it's down to those two. So what can we expect? Well, we can expect some fast-paced racing. We're using the Grand Prix track, and it is Nathan on pole, so he's going to try and help his teammate even if he can't win. And Rob's second with a fantastic lap. Liam third. New guy Chris, or newbie Chris, ahead of Ben and Sean. Then it's Lewis down in 7th, so not ideal for him. And Adam is rounds out the top 8 as we get ready for a start. And Nathan with not a bad start, better than Laguna anyway, and the Subarus burst through, and that looked like it was Sean. No, it was Ben. Ben moving through and actually round the outside and into 2nd place is he from 5th on the grid. Possible, although Nathan's trying to hold on, and it looks like he will, and Liam's down the inside, so Ben's going to have to watch out he doesn't lose 3rd place. Meanwhile, battling back in the background, Lewis seems to have got a bit of a slide on, but he's up in stay 7th, so be fairly pleased with that, although I did see an RAC car diving through, and that looked like it was Chris with a pretty awful start on his debut. Round the outside goes Ben, and Liam are still fighting. 3 corners later, Ben's trying to hold it around the outside, and that will give him a run down the straight with the wider exit. It looks like he's got it. Liam about to slip into the slipstream, and the shredded wheat car's near the back, which we've kind of seen all season. It's just not been a great car for them. Liam trying to sweep around the outside, but it runs out of room and goes off, and the grass is extremely slippery today. Liam falls down to 8th, maybe 9th place, and Sean's off. He's been punted up the back. I didn't see who by, and maybe Adam, and he's off the track, so the championship leader has fallen down to 12th place. Now Sean had network issues before this race, could barely even stay online, so the fact he's even here is amazing. And off goes Ash as well, gets the swapper on. Does he emerge from under the bridge? He does. He's in 7th place, so not going too badly for Ash. Looked like he was sliding wide again there as well though. So yeah, Sean struggled with internet connection and all sorts trying to get on here. A lot of swearing was done, a lot of swearing at his wife Rachel as well, trying to tell her to turn her phone off. Well, you're never going to get a woman to turn her phone off, so well, we have to watch out for that. So if he can stay online, I'm sure he can get involved in the racing, but the racing is Rob right now is leading this race out of all of it, and he's ran wide now, so he's taking the grass track route, and Nathan will swoop around the outside and take the lead. And ominously, after the practice pace, that may be the last we see of him, and Lewis is all over the grass again, fighting Adam around the outside. We've seen that work for other drivers. Can it work for him? And it does. And as now the fast improving Chris comes through, and Ben's now around the outside of Rob, trying to get around the outside, going into the back straight. That's not going to work this time anyway. So Adam's 4th, 5th is the newcomer. I'm going to call him Clements because we've got 2 Chris's, so that's Clements there. And at the back is the other Chris, who I'll continue to call Chris, just confusingly. Rob 2nd though, doing a great job. 3rd though now is Ben. 4th Adam. 5th is Clements. 6th is Lewis, and Sean's already up to 10th, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. A, can he stay in the race, and B, will he come back and get some reasonable points, because right now this is advantage Lewis in the championship, and especially with Nathan taking the 50 points away at the front. And Nathan's gone already in like a lap and a half. He has disappeared. Ben all over the back of Rob, and Clements now down the inside of Lewis, and won't quite make that work. Lewis sliding wide a little bit, and Liam's there as well, fancying it after his off-track excursion. As the cars flash through but over the curb there. Ben looking down the inside of Rob. Has he got an overlap? I think he didn't. Don't think he quite did, but Rob left him room anyway, so Ben's through into 2nd place, and that will please Sean just as much as moving past, looks like Ash. But if Ash can stay alongside, he'll use the grunt of the Mustang and pull back through, and he has. Also a little bit of a nudge on the straight there, which Sean won't appreciate. There's the shredded wheat cars. Like I say, he's struggling again. I'll be pleased that this is the last round they have to use those. They've had some stand-up performances, and notably Jeff is still somehow in the top 9 of the championship. So, and now Sean is through. Ash runs wide. Did say he was struggling with this track this week, and I actually did believe him for once. And look at this group. It's Ben at the front of it, Liam at the back of it. And Ben just starting to edge away from Rob, so he hasn't got the same pace as Nathan, who just leapt away. But Nathan in a different postcode already by the looks of it. Rob though with Adam now. Adam using the power to get alongside. And with a good exit from the clearway to the last corner, and he's through. Lewis tries to follow suit. And it looks like he might pull that off if he can just get up the back, and he does. Looks like he's through. He's going to have to use a bit of curb. Nope. Rob's holding on. Rob won't give up. He's got the inside for the next corner at Graham Hill, and he's got it. So now Lewis have to rethink that move. And in the background you can see that Sean is up to 8th, 9th place, looking for 8th, and he's got it. Nope, he hasn't. Take that back. He's all over the back of, I think that's probably going to be Nick. Meanwhile there's Nathan still leading. Ben second, third is Adam, 4th is Rob, 5th is Lewis, 6th is Clement, 7th is Liam. So not much change, but everyone's bunching up, and that's always dangerous in this racing. Wide from Rob, very wide. He's lost the back. He's come back across in front of everyone, and how he didn't kill everyone is a mystery of modern man. He's through. Through goes Liam. So down to 7th for Rob. It was good while it lasted. He did lead the race for a lap or two. And what is this? Well, I think we've just invented a new Olympic sport of combined sliding or spinning. Okay. So, anyway, Nathan still leads. Second, still Ben. And third is still Adam. And Adam's coming after Ben by the looks of it. And Lewis round the outside. Clements. Liam also attacking it. And he's got an overlap. Clements reacts, but it's too late. And I think he's realised now that Liam is down the inside. Probably contact gave it away, and Liam gives him a bit of afters on the exit to say, "What are you doing, man?" And Clements obviously new to the series. This is his first race, and he's up with the big boys already, so next season will be interesting. Wide from Liam, got a bit over aggressive, maybe a bit Scottish, and has dropped down a place. The shredded wheat guys are running together like they're in a breakfast bowl. Ben's still second there. It looks like he's starting to edge away from Adams. Adams getting very edgy. And third, 2-second penalty for Ben there, and not really sure where he got that. 5, and Lewis is round, and that's big for the championship. Lewis is spun round, and there's Sean. Sean's coming, and he will take the position. So that's just changed things in one corner. Lewis down to 8th, Sean up to 7th. Adam, I don't know what he's doing, but it does seem to be drifting, and he'll lose the place to the newcomer Clements. And Rob round the outside. Will Rob get through? No. But Liam will. Liam predicted that. You can see he hung back, got the run through the corner, and took the position from Rob. So Nathan's oblivious to this, obviously. And Ben sideways. He's in the grab at paddock. He's off at paddock, and he's round. And that is, how has he done that? All he had to do was finish second, and that would have been mental for the championship for the Subaru team. And in fact, he's let his teammate through. He's that far back, and now he's got Lewis behind him. So he's just completely thrown away a solid second place, which was very likely, and he's thrown it away at paddock, and that changes things again in the team's championship with Nathan winning. If Lewis can get through this, get past these two Subarus, and probably has the car for it. And now he's trying to get an overlap on Ben. He's trying to get a run on him down the back straight, and he's going to stay on the outside. Will he switch to the inside? Because going around the outside is risky, and he's moving over on the straight for reasons again that I do not understand, but he's trying to go around the outside, and that's brave. And yeah, that's what happens when you try that. You're going to run out of room. Same with Liam in the first part of the race. He just ran out of space, and now he's down to 8th and drifting everywhere. So all of a sudden Lewis is having a very interesting race when he was up running with the hounds. Nathan though not having an interesting race and is probably bored by now. Second though is the newcomer Clements, doing a fantastic job, and he's holding off all the regulars. 7th is Spencer. What's happened there? It looks like he's made a mistake, and we hear it was at Sheen Curve, put a wheel off and went sideways. Won't go back and look at it because it's too embarrassing, to be fair. Now Lewis around the outside trying to get a switch back. Don't think he's quite, well, he might do it. No, Bruce Ben's covered it, so he won't be able to put it. He's going to go to the outside, and he's lost the car again. Oh, he's lost it. He's in the gravel, and now he's doing evasive manoeuvres to try and get back on the track, and he has. He's in 10th place now, and then Lewis is just starting to lose his mind a bit. We saw this with Nathan actually in season 1 when he was going for the championship. He just got a bit involved in too many battles and skirmishes, so that's changed the face of the field. So Adam's 3rd, 4th Liam, 5th Rob, 6th is Sean. Sean's come back up from 13th or whatever it was, 12th, and he's still got internet, so that's good news. 7th is Paul, 8th is Jeff, so something's happened again to Ben. I think he probably would have taken his penalty knowing that Lewis has spun, so basically his sole focus does seem to be the fact that he has to try and beat Lewis or one of the Toyotas. I don't think Ben really has a chance of the Drivers' Championship, and he probably knows that. Liam wide, but back again, no harm, no foul. Now obviously GT Sport had an update the other day, and it does seem to have radically changed the penalties. Now penalties are on light, but every time there's a bit of contact the penalties seem to just be mounting up, and it's for silly little things as well. So if you like tap someone at the back, you get like a 1.5 2-second penalty, and look at the penalties that everyone's getting. So it's slightly annoying for the drivers, and something that they didn't expect, obviously running around on their own in practice. But Clement's doing a great job, and wow, must be one of the best newcomers we've had for a long time, because he's up in 2nd place in that car that's not really been up there all season. Will did win a race at the start of the season, but it was the reverse grid one, and under slightly controversial circumstances. I'm starting to think that controversial is Will's middle name, but shame to see him leave the series, but you can only give someone so many chances. Fast driver, but surely will need to mature a little bit. But Clements is doing a fantastic job for the team right now, and he's up in 2nd. Like I say, that car's not really been there. Paul at the moment is in 7th, so his teammate's doing a fairly good job. So he must be just off the back of this group. But Adam's looking menacing, and if he can just get a sniff on the straight, surely he'll be past that Mazda. He's trying around the outside. That's brave, and didn't work. Now he's got Liam all over him. We look back from Clements as we head into the last corner. A menacing front end of the Mustang looking at him, burning a hole in the back bumper. The problem for Adam is he's got Liam all over him, and the BMW doesn't seem that slow on the straight either. And through they come. Adam having to defend a little bit from Liam. It's not ideal when you're trying to attack someone. Right, working lap 9. So not long to go. Nathan, meanwhile, is on the back straight. He will be drug tested after the race. That's just a matter of course just for him. And that's wide from Adam as we look back from Adam now at Liam, and you can see getting away is Clements. On board with Sean, who's done a fantastic job to get back and is still in the race. He's up to 5th past Rob. Rob though's not taking it lying down. He's actually having a little look as they go into the back corner here, which is quite tricky. It's one car at a time, and Rob indeed does back down from that. And we return to TV camera and see what's going on with Ben's in front of Paul, so he's moving back up after taking that penalty. And there's the Shredder Wheat car. Chris ahead of Nick, but Nick on the bit of a recovery drive. Nick's had a pretty tough season, but we know he's a very fast driver, so I'm sure he'll be looking forward to next season, which we will go through later on in proceedings. after the third race we will talk about next season, which is already full, so that's good to see. And Adam takes his penalty, so the Mustang driver decided it's probably best he takes it and then gets back at that group. He's probably taking it a bit late. It's lap 10 of 12, so he's going to have to get a bit of a shift on. Liam would be relieved to see that fast-paced Mustang on the straight get out of his way, because he was struggling to get past it. So look back through, and Jeff in a 9th place. Jeff's been can't really say what I'm trying to say, to be honest, but he took a bad car and made it look good, let's just say that. Yeah, just been overachieving, that's the word, overachieving in that Renault, so I think he'll be glad to see the back of it, and he'll join Sean next season in the BMW team, so that'll be interesting. Meanwhile, Chris Clements here, hanging on in front of Liam. Liam, if he thinks he's got an advantage, will try and use it, and he's enjoyed that BMW this season. We're about to start the penultimate lap. It's fantastic to see that RAC car up there. We haven't seen much of it this season, other than what Will had achieved, which was some great things. And now Adam trying to go around the outside of Rob, and he's just blasted past, and he's through, and we can just get the car turned, and he has. And now Clement's coming under more pressure from Liam. Liam's got the magnets on, and he's looking for a room, looking for any opportunity. BMW not the best on tyre wear, so, and Sean's really coming towards them as well, so Sean obviously up to 4th after Adam's penalty take. That's some sort of English. And in the background you can see Adam and Rob side by side, but Adam should keep that position using the grunt. I hate having to repeat that, but it's just the fact, just the truth of it. The Mustang's really quick on the straights, so you kind of expect it, and he did. So Clements has just got basically 1.5 laps to hang on for a maiden podium in his debut race. That would be insane. And Liam as well. No, oh, dips a wheel off. Sean dips a wheel off. That's what Ben did and spun. So he's risking it a bit. But for the championship, this looks great with Lewis way back. He's not even in the top 8. So Sean will be wary of that as well. Probably best not to take too many risks. Liam though, he'll take any risks because he's got a sniff of moving up in the championship. He's battling Adam and Ben right now, and he's through. Is he through? He's looks like he's done it. Little nudge at the back halfway through the corner, but it did seem that Clements was running wide anyway, and he's through, and now Sean will try and follow suit. But if Clements can hang on around the outside like we saw Rob do earlier, he'll keep the place. Sean's trying to crowd him, but it's not going to work, and Clements is a bit of contact, but he's still hanging on. Now Sean, can he do what his teammate did earlier in the race and go around the outside into this long right-hander? And it looks like he's trying it, but if Clements has got any sort of brain, he will force him off, and he has. And Sean really needs to think, is this actually worth it? If he finishes 4th, that would be fantastic for him. Meanwhile, the battle with Adam and Rob is still continuing, and Liam looks like he's taken 2nd and got it made now. 3rd is not done, it's not decided. Still Sean looking for any opportunity, but what is decided is that Nathan's won this race, and quite easily, by a long way. And that's going to help him move up a little bit in the championship and help Toyota keep their head in this battle with Subaru for the team championship. Liam's got 2nd, but 3rd is not over. 2nd for Liam. 3rd looks like it's going to be a maiden podium for Clements. 4th for Sean. Brilliant for them. 5th was Adam. 6th for Rob. 7th for Ben. Disappointing. Threw away 2nd place. 8th for Paul, so good day for RAC, or race. Lewis 9th, disaster. Absolute disaster, over driving, and that's going to cost him. 10th for Jeff, 11th for Andrew, as the 2 shredded wheat cars yet again finish line astern. Ash in 12th, but like I say, he's not that interested in this track tonight. 13th looks like it's going to be Nick. Disappointing again for Nick. 14th Chris, kept up the field, so did a pretty good job. And that's how they finished, with Nathan setting the fastest lap on lap 8, so his tyres were fine. And yep, so no penalties there, so standout performance there from Clements. 3rd on his debut in the RAC car. Liam did well to get up to 2nd after contact at the start and running wide. And yeah, we move on to the next round as Sean extends his championship lead and starting to look good. We've got one hand on it maybe. It's too early to say that. We move on to the next race.